This brand new YouTube channel is making up to $163,000 a month. In just 30 days, they've amassed a staggering 41 million views and gained 50,000 subscribers. Another channel, Rabbit's Journey, has only posted 30 videos and already achieved an astonishing 494 million views. Every single piece of content is entirely AI generated. In this free, full course, you'll discover how to create even better videos, not just short form, but also long-form content that draws in more views, more subscribers, and of course, more money. Let's dive in. And the first essential tool you'll need is an AI chatbot to help with content ideas, script writing, and more. Tutorial, I'll be using DeepSeek. Start by signing up for DeepSeek and accessing the main interface. Enter a prompt asking for YouTube channel name ideas for the 3D animal story niche. Enable the deep thinking feature to get well thought out suggestions. Once you find a name you like, copy it and head over to YouTube. Create your channel by clicking on your YouTube icon, selecting Create a New Channel, and pasting the name, then confirm channel creation. Return to DeepSeek and tell it the exact name of your channel. Ask it to generate a catchy, SEO-optimized channel description along with relevant hashtags. Copy the generated description and navigate to YouTube Studio. Go to Customize Channel. Paste your description and hit Publish. Copy the suggested hashtags, then go to Channel Settings in YouTube Studio and paste them into the keyword search feature. This step helps the algorithm understand your content and direct the right audience to your videos. For branding, you need a logo and banner. We'll use AI-generated images for this. Start by asking DeepSeek to generate text-to-image prompts for a 3D animal-themed channel logo and banner. Then use Leonardo AI, or alternatives like Midjourney or Ideogram, to create these visuals. Sign up and access the image generation tool, then select a model such as the Flux model for high-quality images. Adjust aspect ratio to square for the logo, paste the AI-generated prompt into Leonardo AI and hit Generate. Once you have your preferred logo, download it. Now that I have my logo, I want to refine it further and create my YouTube banner. To do that, I'll head over to Canva. First, search for YouTube logo. Once you've found it, navigate to the Upload section in the toolbar and upload the logo you generated in Leonardo. After the upload is complete, click on the logo and it will automatically appear on the canvas. Next, resize it to fit the screen properly. Since I only want text on the banner and not on the logo itself, I'll remove any unwanted text from the image by cropping out the part I don't need. Finally, I'll change the background color to make the design more vibrant and visually appealing. I'll just go with this color. It's bright and cheerful enough for a kid's channel. Then I will download it to my computer. Now that you have your logo, it's time to create the banner. So I will click on the plus sign here and search for YouTube banner once on the canvas. You can choose any template you want to use for your banner. But here's the trick. Even though Canva provides a wide canvas for your design, you shouldn't fill the entire space without proper guidance. You'll need a YouTube banner template that shows the safe zones for different devices, mobile, desktop, and TV. This ensures that your key details stay visible no matter where your banner is viewed. That's because YouTube crops your banner depending on the viewer's device. You can easily find a YouTube banner template online, or if you want, I can share mine with you. I already have one, so I'll just upload it to my Canva workspace. Now you're just going to drag the template onto the canvas and enlarge it to fit the screen. As you can see, there's a yellow box with some text. That's the safe zone, where your logo should be placed. Next, search for a square shape under Elements. If you've used it before, it might already be in your recent items, but if not, just type square into the search bar. Add the square to the canvas and resize it to fit right over the yellow rectangular box. Then, add another square. Fit it to the whole screen, then go to Position, then Layers, and move this one underneath the first shape. Now it's time to customize the colors. Set the background square to any color of your preference. I will use the yellow. And for the middle square, use the same color as your logo to keep the design consistent. After that, upload your logo, place it right in the center, remove the background, and resize it to fit nicely. Once you're happy with how everything looks, download your final design to your computer. Then, go back to YouTube Studio, upload your banner, and then your logo and preview the design to ensure everything looks perfect, then save and publish. Now that your niche-themed YouTube channel is fully set up with branding in place, it's time to create your first video. Stay tuned as we dive into content creation in the next part. Let's get started. The very first thing you'll need when creating your video is a chatbot to generate your script. I'm currently working with DeepSeek, but you can also use ChatGPT, Claude AI, or Autopilot AI, any high-quality chatbot capable of crafting engaging scripts. The key to getting high-quality results is knowing how to prompt effectively. A well-written prompt gives you better, more creative outputs. Here's an example prompt I used with editable sections marked in red and green so you can easily customize the story, word count, and tone to fit your needs. You can reuse this prompt as many times as you'd like, just tweak the details, and you're good to go. Once your script is ready, the next step is generating a voiceover. To bring your script to life, we'll use 11 Labs, a powerful tool that delivers realistic, professional-sounding AI voices. Sign up with your Google account, paste your script into the text box, and explore the wide range of voices available. I'm using Liam for this project. Make sure to break long scripts into shorter sections. If you try to generate everything in one go, especially over 200 words, the voice may begin to sound robotic or monotone. Smaller sections maintain better pacing, clarity, and emphasis, so your video feels polished and natural. Once all sections are voiced over, you're ready for visuals. To match each scene in your script, you'll need strong visuals. For this, we'll start with static image generation. Creating images first gives you more control over visual style before you animate. So let's generate our image prompts. I will drop all the prompts I used in the description box, so I will paste the prompt on DeepSeek and click on the arrow to generate. Once ready, use a text-to-image AI tool. I'm using a completely free image generator, Google Image FX. After signing up, you will land on this interface, which is very easy to use. Go to DeepSeek, copy the first prompt, and go back to Image FX and paste the prompt, select the correct aspect ratio. Use 16:9 for long-form content or 9:16 for shorts, then click on Create. The AI will generate a total of 4 images, which is amazing because you'll have several options to choose from. And the best part? It takes literally less than a minute to create them. Once it's done, simply download the images you like or run the prompt again to generate new ones. Since it's a free tool, you can repeat this process as many times as you need until you get the perfect images. Just keep going until you've collected all the visuals you need for your project. Once that's all done, it's time to bring your images to life using Pixverse AI. Head over to the Pixverse website, sign in with your Google account, then upload your static image, type in what you want it to do. I will just paste the same prompt I used to generate the image, and let the AI work its magic. You don't need to mess with a bunch of settings. Pixverse works amazingly well on autopilot. If you're not happy with the result, just adjust your prompt or rerun it until you get a version you love, but that will cost you some of your credits. Look at the detail in this video. No weird morphing or blurriness. And the best part? You don't even need to upscale it. But if you want to, Pixverse actually includes a built-in video upscaler, which costs around 50 credits. If you're not ready to invest just yet, you can always use a free online upscaler, though it might take a bit longer. But for speed and convenience, the Pixverse upscaler is definitely worth considering, especially if you want clean, crisp results fast. Repeat this for each image until all your visuals have movement. Now that you have everything, your voiceover, visuals, and all the assets, it's time to bring it all together with some soothing background music. Background music is super important for setting the right vibe in your video, so you'll want to choose something that fits well. Normally, I'd suggest using YouTube Studio or Pixabay to find music, but this time you'll be using AI to generate your own unique background music. First, head over to DeepSeek and ask it to write a prompt for the background music. Once done, copy the prompt. Then you're going to use Refusion AI for this step. Head over to Refusion and sign up. Once you're in, select the Compose option, paste the prompt from DeepSeek, and make sure to check the instrumental box. That's key. If you don't, Refusion might generate audio with lyrics, and since you're creating background music, you only want the instrumental. Then click on Generate. The AI will generate 2 soundtracks to choose from. If the first batch sounds great, go ahead and download it. If not, try again with a new prompt, or even reuse the same one to get a different version. This is a completely free tool, so you can repeat the process as much as you need till you get the required results. Now let's take a listen to the generated music. both sound good, I will just download both, then we'll see which one to use when on the next step. Bonus tip. While most editing tools include some sound effects, you can level up your video by grabbing a few extra ones online. I recommend checking out sites like pixabay.com for free sound effects that match your scene, like birds chirping, water flowing, or footsteps. Once you've gathered all your assets, head over to CapCut and import everything into one project folder. I always suggest keeping your visuals, voiceovers, and sounds neatly organized in folders. Alright, let's organize your audio first. Start by dragging all your voiceover batches onto the CapCut timeline. Label them clearly, this way you won't get confused about which narration goes where. Now, boost the volume of each voiceover to 100%. This ensures your narration stands out and doesn't get drowned out by any music or sound effects. Next, bring in your background music, the one you generated with Refusion AI. Drag it onto the timeline and stretch it so it covers your entire video. Make sure to crop it so it ends exactly where your video does. Once that's done, lower the background music volume to about 25 to 30%. You want it to sit gently in the background, not overpower the voice. For a polished touch, add a fade in and fade out effect to the music so it blends in smoothly at the beginning and end. Now it's time to add your visuals. I usually label my scenes based on how DeepSeek laid them out. Scene 1, Scene 2, Scene 3, etc. This makes it super easy to stay organized. Sort your visuals in ascending order and drag them onto the timeline one by one in the same order your voiceovers follow. Now here's the key part. Play through your voiceover and crop the visuals to match each spoken part. Every time the narration shifts to a new idea or sentence, cut to a new scene. This syncing process is what makes your video look professional and polished. If a voiceover lasts longer than the visual clip you have, here's a trick. Duplicate the clip and then reverse one of the copies. It creates a nice loop effect without feeling repetitive. I use this method a lot to keep the visuals engaging, especially when the clip is only a few seconds long, but the narration continues. Keep doing this across the whole timeline. Crop, sync, and adjust the visuals to match the narration. If there are any awkward pauses in the AI voiceover, just trim them out to keep things moving smoothly. And if you notice any weird distortions at the end of the voiceover, feel free to cut those off too. Once your visuals are synced and cropped, let's add some transitions. CapCut makes this super easy. Just click the transition tab, browse through the options, and pick one that fits your video's vibe. I usually go with transitions from the Light tab. They're subtle and cinematic, which I love. Drag and drop them between scenes and preview to see how they flow. It adds that extra polish to your storytelling. Now let's spice things up with sound effects. CapCut has some built-in ones, but if you downloaded sounds earlier, like birds chirping, butterflies flapping, or rivers flowing, you can upload them directly from your PC. I have mine downloaded already, so I will use those. If you are not sure which sounds to use, ask DeepSeek to recommend sound effects based on your script. It can suggest exactly what matches the mood of your video. I try not to overdo it. Just a few key sound effects here and there can really elevate the experience without being distracting. The final step is to add captions. Just click on Captions, choose the preferred language, then click on Generate. Captions will be automatically generated and added to the timeline, and CapCut will auto-apply a basic style. From there, customize the font, size, and layout to fit your video's aesthetic. You can also adjust the scale and positioning so it looks neat and professional. Now that your visuals are synced, transitions are added, music and effects are in place, and captions look great, you're ready to export. Hit that export button and give your viewers a video that's smooth, cinematic, and full of personality.
Pip, a floppy-eared rabbit with a patch of fur that stuck up like a question mark, bounded through the enchanted forest, his nose twitching at every rustle. Behind him trailed his older sister, Hazel, her eyes sharp and paws always ready to tug him back from trouble. "Stay close, Pip," she'd warn. But Pip's curiosity was a compass pointing away from safety. One misty morning, Pip scampered off the worn path, spotting glowing mushrooms pulsing like lanterns. Hazel groaned, chasing him into a hidden grove where the trees whispered secrets. There, Pip found a tiny, shivering creature, a dragon sprout, no bigger than a dandelion puff, trapped in a thorny cage. It's a forest guardian, Hazel gasped. But why's it locked up? Freeing it required a daring heist, stealing a key from the owl librarian's tower. Swiped the key while Hazel facepawed. The sprout, freed, revealed a twist. It wasn't a prisoner but a prison guard, keeping a cursed shadow trapped.